this week's edition of Motherhood on Court. I'm your host, Cortney, and I'm here this week with the lovely Amanda Jewson,
Hello.
mother of 2 and certified sleep expert. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm rested.
Good answer. All right, then I guess you're ready to pop open the champagne and get the party started?
Let's do it.
All right. Okay, I'm going to let it go.
Here we go.
Woo!
Right. Awesome. I'm very excited. Now I'm going to tell you everything.
You know what? That's the point. Everybody a little bit more comfortable. All right. So if you're joining us at home and you want to grab your own glass, I definitely invite you to do that. And Amanda's going to tell us a little bit about her personal motherhood journey and a lot about how we can get more sleep.
Yay, and cheers to that. Oh, that's nice.
It's a nice one.
Yeah.
So, how was your journey?
It's funny. I had 2 separate people from 2 different friendship groups. I always tell the story, who called me when I was pregnant to tell me, Amanda, you need to read about sleep. We know you. We know how much you need sleep. And if you don't have this sleep stuff figured out, you're going to drown. So that was actually one of the things we jumped on pretty early, which I think helps with your whole transition to motherhood, that if you're sleeping, things seem a lot easier.
So plan ahead.
Plan ahead. It's totally possible. Yes.
Okay. So then you have 2.
Yeah.
So then how did you find transitioning from 1 to 2? Were there challenges?
Yeah, I actually think I was a bit of a cocky mom with my first. I really do. I think that when my first came, like, all those things were so easy for me. So I was like, you know what? You just need to have a good outlook. And then my second came, and she was actually fine, but we had 2 in 2 years. And you essentially have 2 babies. I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
You have 2 babies, and I was not ready for that. That was so much harder. That kicked my ass for real. I stopped acting like I knew everything, like, really quickly. And I really realized, when you have a newborn, you can sleep when they sleep.
Yes.
You can kind of do that with 2 if they're napping, if the other one is napping. Like, there's just no time, I feel, to catch up.
Exactly.
And it's the first time where, I'm a really great one-on-one mom, but now you have to split.
2 attention.
Totally.
All the stars kind of have to align for them to nap at the same time.
Oh my gosh. You literally have to do some voodoo to make it happen. But I actually found that a lot more challenging than my first. I'm pretty sure I had some postpartum anxiety, a little bit of postpartum depression, but I would say that a lot of and it just became
Is there a specific age that it's good to start sleep training? Like, is there a too early time?
I would say that a lot of people are keen to get on it. Anything before 4 months developmentally is likely, it's just not worth your time. They don't understand really what they're getting. It's really normal for babies to wake and still need to night feed for quite some time. So I wouldn't try anything before 4 months. And even if you're at 4 or 5, I would say that it's pretty straight. Like, baby needs to be double their birth weight. Baby needs to be gaining well on their curve. I usually ask for doctors okay prior to. I want to make sure everything is in tip-top condition. Otherwise, I'm suggesting that we wait. I like working with able 4 and 5 month olds. I think that you can start those sleep habits early and you should have them. And then 6 months on is when a lot of people feel comfortable doing it. Okay. And I get a lot of clients at that point. But I think safe-wise, if your baby is doing well at 4 months after anything, and if you have to adjust.
So there's no such thing as like a newborn sleep test.
Oh, there is. I actually have a newborn program. I'm actually so into newborn sleep because this is where I kind of got my mojo in sleep because both of my girls were sleeping 6 to 8 hour stretches by 6 weeks. And I started day one. So these are things like just adhering to wake windows, trying to put them down awake as often as we can. So that feels crazy because movies tell us all the time you have to be shushing and rocking and holding and shushing and rocking. So if you're doing that all the time, the baby never gets a chance to kind of figure out what they can do on their own.
Exactly.
So a lot of the times, even to put a baby down, no. The baby and you swaddle them and you say, okay, now I'm putting down. And they're just lying there like a potato and they're happy. You can just wake them. And the more you practice that, just kind of really the better you're going to be.
What are your top tips for infant sleeping? I guess that would be kind of around the 6-month point.
Yeah, I would say for all kids, we can sometimes run into the idea that if they don't sleep a lot during the day, they'll sleep better at night, which is actually not the case. And a lot of children and babies who are tired appear overstimulated or wired or actually really hyper. So we're like, oh, they're not tired yet. Look how crazy they are. That's usually followed by a huge crash and
that's when you get temper tantrums and
yes.
meltdowns and
yes.
when they pick up their glass and they just dump the water on
while looking at
We had that one last night.
So I guess my best infant advice would be avoid overtiredness, watch their wake windows. If you head to my website, I have blogs that and charts that outline, how long their wake window should be based on age. And we really want to make sure that we're putting them to bed every, 6 to 8 months, every 2 to 4 hours potentially based on their weight and their age. And just trying to make sure if you want independent sleep that you're putting them down alone. And then, when they're protesting and sad, that's a whole other thing. That's a personalized approach. But the more that you can practice it, the better.
So how long does it take to make a sleep habit? I heard it takes 3 days to kind of start to make it and only 1 day to break it.
Oh, I love that.
Is that true?
I told you that.
I did a lot of research.
I love that.
I need my sleep too, and so does my husband.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that we were just like you right on board. Sleep.
Yes.
I actually sleep trained my first so well that he wouldn't sleep anywhere but in his crib. Which made it a little difficult.
A bit of a job.
It made it a little difficult. We had places to go and things to do because then he was having a full meltdown in the middle of the mall or whatever he was doing, but he would not go to sleep. So when you are ready to do this,
17, 18.
I thought you were about to say months, and I was like,
oh no.
I was like just over 3.
Yeah, I would wait till at least 3, and then very least 3. The issue, how do I work this? One, we're all really interested in getting our babies into big kids beds because it's a transition. A lot of people are. I was even I wasn't as easy as yet, but I love the idea of going on to bed. They can get out and they are walking, talking. So I like that idea, but I was also we're going to keep her in her crib for life. She started crib hopping, and my daughter is not exactly a gymnast yet, so she would get out and bam, it was a safety concern. She was hurting herself, so we had to put her in her bed. It was a nightmare. We got her back on track, but if you can avoid that, I would wait until at least 3. They can be reasoned with. They understand rewards. They understand boundaries and consequences a bit better. Developmentally, it's the right time. I absolutely would not suggest anything earlier, for sure.
Thank you for saying that.
No.
I'm going to show this to my husband a little bit later because he wants to get our almost 2-year-old into his big kid bed. And I'm
You
like,
can do it
but
as long as he commits to all of the wakings that child will do.
because when my other one started climbing out of, my oldest, when he started climbing out of the crib, I was like, So I got him one of those sleep sacks.
Yes.
So he couldn't swing his leg over the side of the crib.
Yes.
And he couldn't figure out how to get it off.
Totally. It's insurance.
And he went almost the whole other year without being able to get out of the crib. And then eventually he figured out he could take it off.
I always tell my older clients, so if I'm working with a 2-year-old and they're not in a sleep sack, I'm like, put them in. And they're like, well, it's sort of for babies. I'm like,
no, it's not.
It's insurance for crib hopping.
There's a reason why they make them inside.
Yes, exactly. In those giant sizes. Yeah, I know.
So when you do transition them into the bed, what are the best tips for getting them to stay?
You need to build their confidence. Really make it a big deal. It is a big deal. We're saying, I trust you. I trust you to stay as you were a kid now. And this is where you start to really parent your children. So build their confidence around it, make a big deal, and reward them. Every time they're doing the right thing, you need to make sure that they feel like I did the right thing and I can internalize this good thing and I know that I've done it. On the other side of it, you need to have concrete boundaries. You need to have a consequence that's appropriate for you and your family. That's the sort of work I do with families. I'll figure out what a good consequence might be, and then you actually have to implement it.
So what are some of your favorite tools for sleep?
Like products?
Yeah, we talked about the sleep sack.
I have a lot. So I like a good sleep sack. I am in love with the Hatch Baby Rest. They are not paying me, none of this is an ad, but it is my favorite sleep product. So it is it's a night light that kind of looks like not a globe, but it kind of hits like this. Feel good for it.
Spherical.
It's not really, spherical. Yeah.
Round.
So bad. This is why I've got like your champagne. It's not the champagne, but I love that. But it's the same. And the great thing about it is so this is a multitude of purposes. One, you can, if you are putting like newborn screen, you can put on the light on your phone, not fumbling for where it is, you can find it, turn it on. The lights can be programmable, so what color the light is. So that's really important because anything blue in your room, any blue light, any white fluorescent lights are actually incredibly disruptive for your sleep. It can be a melatonin disruptor, can tell the brain that it's time to be awake all night long and actually make it really hard for you or your baby to sleep all night.
Interesting.
So if you have something like there are some okay to wake clocks that actually glow blue all night, you want to make sure that it's turned down to nothing. No blue at all whatsoever. It's too bright. So going back to the Hatch Baby Rest, you want to put it on yellows or reds or oranges. Those are those two things. Or same two things. It's a weightless sheet as well. Machine. And when they get older, it's okay. So we have one. And what's awesome is that as you get older, let's say you're trying to gain your rent, okay? But you kind of have them get up and you know that they're not going to wake and you have this. Now, it's tough to wake up at that 5:15 one day, but what you can do is turn on the clock, stay awake from your bedroom, reward your child, and then the next day you can set it for 5:30, and you're going to wait now because now you've had this reward. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I got one clock.
Yeah.
But I can't control it.
Exactly.
And some days he gets up. I set it for 7 o'clock, but some days he bursts into the room at 6:45. What can I do now?
Yeah.
So go back to that for 15 minutes. He usually is pretty good. He understands. He's excited when the light turns green. He'll come in and he's like,
Yeah.
and he's all excited that he's waited. But some days he just gets up and it's like a quarter to.
But
so that's a good idea because I can hear him.
Yes.
I can hear his door and I can turn it on for him. I can be like, go back and chat and your light green.
Yes.
And then he'll, I like that. Okay, so if anyone at home wants to find you, how can we get in touch with you?
So you can go to www.babybestsleep.com. You can send me an Instagram at babybestsleep. Same handle on Facebook as well. And if you want to book a call with me, it's babybestsleep.com/2 minutes. And we'll have 15 minutes, sometimes a bit longer, to talk about anything you want to talk about.
Amazing. So you can find all those links, as well as links to my social media in the description below. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe to my channel, so you never miss an episode. And hopefully we'll see you next week.
Bye. Thank you. Cheers.